Well, David, first game back this season. I'm sure you're really excited for it all to start over again properly.
Yeah, it's the season of optimism. Or the time of year for optimism for all clubs, for all people associated with their football club, and we're no different. Everyone will have their aspirations for the season set out, and regardless of the result against Crawley, it shouldn't change too much. Obviously, if you win 6-0, everyone will think you should be up by Christmas. If you lose 6-0, everyone thinks you'll be in the National League by Christmas. So it doesn't work like that. But like I said, the word for this, or the people keep saying that P word to me, and I keep telling them that progress is the order of the day, and that's the key word. Keep getting better and better and better. We did last year. The performance has improved over the course of the season, and we've got to make sure that the performances continue to improve this season.
Pre-season now behind you. What's your overall views and thoughts of what you saw from your lads over those 7-8 games?
It's not just 7-8 games. The games, for me, even in the season, are just an extension of training. Because if they weren't, there's no point in training. We might as well just make them run round the park or down the front or whatever it is. We've got to, what we do in training, we've got to do in the games. And so all in all, really pleased with what they've picked up. Still a lot more to pick up, still a lot more to do. But we're in a better position than we were this time last year, that's for sure. We were in a better position day one this year than we were last year. So that in itself shows progress, and we've got to take advantage of that going forwards. Having being further on in pre-season doesn't mean you win games of football. That's and if you think that's a given, then you're going to get kicked in the shins and be reminded that football doesn't work like that pretty quickly. So on one hand, it's good that we are progressing as a football club. On the other hand, it means nothing come Saturday, because Crawley will be wanting to beat us, and they'll have had their pre-season, and they've got their story to tell. So for us, we've got things in place now that we didn't have last year at this stage even. So we're further ahead, and we've got to, like I said, we've got to keep going with that.
And looking at your squad as a whole, is there any particular standout individuals, would you say, from what you've seen?
No. We're only as strong as his weakest link, not as strong as the strongest link. That's we are that hypothetical chain. It's not the strong links that break; it's the weakest links, and we're as strong as our weakest link. And every single player is trying to improve. They're trying to get better. They're trying to progress. They've all got their IDPs, and that's the culture we've created. And they all buy into that. They're not doing it for me, they're doing it for themselves. And when it all comes together, that's when I'm happy. So yeah, we're all trying to get better. Some are further on in their journey because they're older, or they've played more games, or they're just a better player from a base level. But they've all got things to work on, every single one of them. And that's the challenge. That's the challenge for each player.
And looking at your new additions as well, I'm sure you're hopeful now they've had their pre-season that they can make a real mark for you.
Yeah, of course. We wouldn't have brought them to the football club if we didn't think they were going to, improve the team and progress the football club. We brought in some real good players, and hopefully they will help over the course of the season. It's as simple as that. That's what we've got to try and do as a team, as a football club, and as individuals. And that's, I include myself in that as well.
Now looking at Crawley, recently relegated from the league above, I'm sure you're imagining it's going to be quite a difficult game, isn't it?
Yeah. It'd be a proper tough game. Scott's had real good success there before. Good manager, sets them up really well. They play football. They'll keep the ball for periods of the game. So we know it'll be a tough game. They're used to playing at a standard higher than what we played last year. It's as simple as that. And they've got some good players, and they've recruited well again this summer. So it'll be a tough game. It'll be a real good test for us. First up. but we're looking forward to it. You know, it's football's back. Who doesn't look forward to the first game of the season? It's for me, it's better than Christmas Eve.
And first game back at Blundell Park as well, which is different from last year, but I'm sure you're really excited just to get back in front of a big crowd, aren't you?
Yeah, look, for me, excuse me, the crowd against Wimbledon last game I've seen was excellent. And I know we didn't quite manage to get over the line, but I thought they were fantastic. And I'm hoping for more atmospheres like that and more. You know, when I say atmosphere, I don't just mean like the singing and I'm on about the atmosphere around the whole club. You know, I walked in at whatever time it was, 12 o'clock, and you could smell the atmosphere. You know, there was no fans there at that point, but you could smell the atmosphere. And we want more days like that. And hopefully Saturday's one of them days where the town, who have been magnificent, the fans have been magnificent, come out and support the lads and cheer them on.